We're at the 41st annual Big Bird Run in Roseville, Michigan, and with us is Captain America, also known as Kevin Sherwood.
Good morning.
And you said something about you've run 76 of these.
Yes, because I missed the first three, but then when I started running, this was one of my first races, and of course I've always done two of them, either the mile or the 10K or the mile and the 2.5 mile. So it's like, well, I hold one record here, but people will always say, too, how can you, there's only 41, how did you do, well, you've done twice, so, and things have changed since the 80s.
Well, you were mentioning earlier a little bit about the 80s and being in the gymnasium, and tell us a little bit about that experience.
Well, in the old days, it was fun. I had a young friend who was a runner, and his dad was actually filming it on what you call the VHS tape. And I have some old tapes from the 80s where some of my buddies, I see them waiting and they're sleeping because, well, it took so long to go through the awards because you had a couple races and the prize drawings. But still fun. But I started to think, oh, I better come prepared and bring a lunch, and I can just eat when everything's done. But in all those years, I think I've only won a turkey once. So
I was going to ask you.
I have two tries. So.
But you did win a turkey.
That time it was like, well, Mom and Dad was around. I go, instead of bringing home the bacon, I brought home the turkey. And it felt so nice eating a turkey that you actually won. You know, that's even better than a medal.
So since your outfit is really amazing. You always have amazing ones,
Yeah,
but your car is new?
This one's the before outfit. I'll get down to my aerodynamic red, white, and blue. And, of course, it's Veterans Day tomorrow, too, and everything. And a few years ago, I customized this vehicle, and it turned out real good. Even Chris Evans, Captain America, got wind of it on social media, and he tweeted thumbs up. He loved it. So
who did you get to do all the special detailing?
I've been customizing cars, you know, since I can remember, and my bikes and everything. So I have friends that I come up with the ideas, take it to my buddies, and they do it up and everything. My other car has red, white, and blue flames, but I recently found out the gentleman, Greg Pennington, who did my flames, passed away. His family owns Pennington Collision on Rochester Road there, and he's the only guy I ever trusted to do work on my car, and he did a beautiful job on that one for me.
So,
but it's all fun too. Yes.
Tell me which came first, Captain America or running?
I think running first. I always had the nickname. Mom would always call me that because I was always into World War II things. I'm a World War II collector, and of course, as a kid, you're always building model planes. And yes, I do have one of the biggest collection of aviation leather jackets and everything. So, because a lot of times I would go to shows and at airports as a reenactor, but I would dress in actual gear. And I can honestly say I met my superheroes through the years. I've met gentlemen who's had significant names in history from World War II, aces and everything. And significant things in American history, and I've got them to autograph pictures and things. So it's always, the veterans always have a place in my heart too, and my dad was a veteran too. So
Your dad was a veteran. Tell me what he did.
he was in the 1st Infantry 63rd Armored Division, and in his memory, in my car, in my back of my seat, I have the 63rd Armored patched and the big red one, as they call it, on there in his memory too.
Did he talk about it much?
Oh yeah, he drove a M4 Sherman tank, so now I know why he was a little deaf in the ears there through the years. But yeah, he was an M4 Sherman tank. I just wish he was here when Brad Pitt did that movie where he was the tank commander. I forget the name of it, Fury, but that's the tank my dad drove and everything. And
It must have been fun to see that.
yeah, stationed out of Fort Knox when he did too. But so the nickname Cap can go both ways. Yes, I do have 8 Shields outfits, but I do have one of the biggest aviation collections around too. I've been collecting for years. I stopped because you got to get to a point. I've got all the leather jackets and everything, but all the guys used to tease me saying, because Kevin's a runner, he's the only one that can still wear those leather jackets.
Well, it's fun.
Not to bore you. That's boring to some people.
It's not
but
boring.
You don't know anything about people until you talk to them. That's why I always say, if you need someone dressed up in World War II, World War I, it's like, well, you know who to talk to.
So, which of the races will you be running today?
Well, today I decided to do, it's a quick one, the quick mile, get right back, put my other number on for the 4K. It is tough. I even asked Bob, because one time I wore both numbers and it got everything mixed up. So I have to try to do my quick mile, get back, just put the other number on and get right ready. So that makes you run a little quicker because there's 15 minutes between, but people don't realize it's still pretty quick.
Those of us who are videotaping do realize it.
And now with the cold and everything, so I am going to cover up so I can breathe in warm air. Did a little race yesterday and at a high school, and it was pretty cold out there too. But I go, no, we're used to it.
Yeah,
But
this is perfect Big Bird weather.
this is always perfect. And then plus it says, what's good is it said today for the weather, it may start raining a little bit in the afternoon so we can get in our races and then get home and relax and wait for the snow overnight. So get out and do your leaves.
Well, it's always fun after a race to realize you've earned the right to put your feet up.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and I figure as many as I've done, can't say I did them all, but I still hold the record, I think.
Especially doing 2 at a time.
Exactly. But it's all in fun, too.
It sure is, and nobody makes it more fun than you do. Thanks for talking with us.
You, and good to see you, too, and everything.